Last week I had a client come to me who was making well over 6 figures. You know what he told me? He said, "Austin, I matched with over 200 women this year and I haven't gone out on a single date." Now here's the thing, his problem wasn't his income or even his looks. It was these 4 specific behaviors that are absolutely destroying the dating lives of successful men in this new age of digital dating. So if you're new here, my name is Austin Dunham, and after helping over 500 high-earning professionals transform their dating lives, I've noticed a clear pattern. I found that men who are struggling the most, they're usually the ones who are making $100,000 or more. Now, why is this? It's because your success in your professional life often creates blind spots in dating. Blind spots that are costing you genuine connections with high quality women. So in this video, we're going to discuss the 4 hidden behaviors that are sabotaging your dating life right now. And these aren't obvious ones that everybody's talking about. These are subtle patterns I've identified after analyzing hundreds of client interactions and dating app conversations. But more importantly, I'm gonna show you how to fix them. All right, so the first behavior is more so a mindset issue, and that is having this misconception that women only care about money. Now, whenever you have this mindset, it's just gonna trigger a pretty much negative feedback system. And the first one being that you tend to neglect just all other qualities about yourself. I'm talking about your fitness. I'm talking about your confidence. I'm talking about your social skills. I'm talking about your charisma. How many times have you seen a guy get taken advantage of his money because that's all he focuses on? But not only that, if we move over here, you see that you actually start attracting the wrong partners because you're naturally leading with your money. If I thought that my physique was one that help me attract more women, what I'm going to do, I'm more likely to lead with it. I'm going to be posting shirtless pictures on Instagram, which of course I've done before. I'm going to be posting shirtless pictures on Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, wherever it may be. And that's the thing with the guys who believe that money only matters to women, is that they actually attract the most amount of gold diggers, funny enough, which is actually what they don't want to do. What do women actually care about? I found that you just want to be a well-rounded 7 sexual market value. Sexual market value, combination of your looks, money, and status. A 7 puts you above average in most categories. This is going to help you appeal to women in every single age range. It doesn't matter if she's 22 or if she's 32. But in terms of the stage that she is in, women who are older tend to obviously care a little bit more about resources, a little bit more about provided characteristics, versus a woman who is younger. She really cares more so about attraction. So if you're between 25 and 30, I would say the fact that you just live by yourself, have your own car, and have a stable career is more than enough. Because women don't necessarily see a bank account number floating above your head. It's more so about what you signal. And let's not forget, women do not care about money unless you spend it on them. Now let's talk about behavior mistake number 2. And this is, first off, not having enough channels. And so when it comes to your online dating presence, and just even in real life, we need to aim for minimum 3 channels of marketing. The reason why this is important is because we need leads. You see, at the end of the day, dating is a business. You operate your business through a funnel, and you're gonna have top of the funnel, which is represented through here, in which how we actually attract our leads. A lot of you guys are just going to work, going to the gym, then coming home. You don't put yourself out there. You're not on any dating apps. And if you are, you're on the wrong ones, or you're only on one platform. You don't have a social life. You're not giving yourself enough chances or enough eyeballs. Now, along with limited channels, we need a channel with passive engagement, meaning that you attract the woman to you. How are we going to do this? This is primarily going to be through the use of dating apps and social media. Like I said, for dating apps, we need to aim for 3 channels. Usually this is going to be Hinge, Tinder, and Bumble starting off with. But even with social media, we need to post 1 to 4 times a month. Social media is important nowadays, and your social media presence is in fact a marketing avenue if we present ourselves in the right way. Not only through pictures, but I'm talking about posting on stories, actually engaging in the social media landscape. Because I kid you not, some of the most attractive women I've ever met in my life actually came from Instagram and social media. But also, we need something called active engagement, meaning that you're actually on the offensive. So some examples here include social life. We need to aim for at least going out to some sort of bar. It could be a club if you're into that. It could be an event. We need to literally get outside 1 to 2 times per week. I have a saying that opportunities present themselves to those who present themselves, and it's not only just online, though I am the online dating guy, but if we actually make the time to hang out with friends and do things outside of the four walls of our home, we're gonna find ourselves in a lot better position of our dating lives. Now, alongside with the in real life principles, when I say active engagement, I mean also going on the offensive, meaning you send messages and make approaches. So if we have the right dating app strategy, what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna attract more inbound leads, which means women who are messaging us first, which means women who are interested in our product. These are absolutely gonna be the easiest. However, a lot of the time you might find that the women who you're really attracted to, they may not be messaging you first. So what do we have to do? We actually have to open a handful of women every single week. There's a proper way to do that, but once again, you're giving yourself more of a chance to actually get that desired result. Now, even though I'm not the biggest fan of cold approach, I do believe it will help you with your social skills when you're actually out on those dates. And so if we can even aim to make some approaches throughout the week, whenever we are living a social life, it can be as little as a compliment. I'm not even saying you have to get the girl's number or social media. Literally just introduce yourself and start that conversation, because that in itself can lead to a positive interaction. Now, obviously the benefit with this is that you're gonna increase your lead volume, thus lead to more results. Because dating is nothing but volume. Dating is a numbers game. Because the more volume that we have, the more likely we're actually going to get the result. And as you see, it starts with the top of the funnel and it leads down to this right here. Any woman I've met in my life and kept around long term, I've used this dating funnel sort of system and allowed them to come to me. What if you had a proven system that automatically positioned you as a selector, rather than being the selected? Here's the reality I see with most high achieving men. You've mastered your career, your finances, maybe even your physique, but dating in 2025 is a completely different game. You're spending countless of hours swiping and messaging only to end up with the matches that go nowhere. And let's be honest, your time is worth way more than that. This is exactly why I developed the digital Romeo dating system. It's not about teaching you cheesy pickup lines or manipulative tactics. Instead, it's a comprehensive framework that positions you correctly across all major dating app platforms, including social media. And my clients, who are mostly successful men, just like you, are learning how to build a magnetic presence that attracts high quality women naturally, create passive attraction systems that work while you focus on your business and or your career, and then of course convert those matches into real dates with women who are genuinely excited to meet you. And most importantly, you maintain control of the entire selection process. In the past month alone, we've helped 37 professional men completely transform their dating lives. We're talking about men who went from struggling to get quality matches to having multiple high value women actively pursuing them. So if you are serious about upgrading your dating life with a system that's specifically designed for high achieving men, here's what to do next. Click the link in the description below to schedule a strategy call. We'll analyze your current dating approach, identify your biggest opportunities for improvement, and if we're a good fit, I'll share how we can work together to implement these strategies in your life. Once again, the link will be down below. All right, let's talk about behavior mistake number 3. And this person, that represents you right there. Now, what are you doing? You're actually having a lot of talking, but no setup. And you find yourself having more pen pals than dates. And because of that, you're meeting women, but with no progress. Guys, so this is the biggest mistake. If you find yourself actually getting matches, if you find yourself actually having conversations with women, but you're not setting anything up, you are still the problem. And guess what? It's literally on you. So what do we need to do? We need to make the invitation. Now, the easiest way to do this is to actually invite them out to something that you are already going to do anyway. No, this doesn't always have to be true, but especially if you find yourself speaking with somebody, let's say for a week or 2 weeks, and it's really not going anywhere, guess what? That conversation is eventually going to die, and you find yourself in the same place over and over again. But most guys don't actually know how to make that invitation. Like I said, just invite them to do something you were already planning to doing anyway. If you usually go out for, I don't know, ice cream or for tacos in the evening, just say, hey, I'm going out on Thursday, 6 p.m. to this place. You should come along with me. But what I really like to do is place a 15 message rule with myself, meaning that Within 15 messages, I need to be asking that woman out on a date. I need to actually be making that invitation. And truth be told, once you make that invitation and she either agrees or doesn't agree, that will tell you everything you need to know, because sometimes women will just use your time and attention just to make themselves feel better. And they actually had no intentions of ever meeting up with you anyway. Now let's talk about mistake number 4. And I call this the provider frame versus the sexual frame. Most guys who are successful, they lead with this provider frame, meaning that they're more resource oriented in terms of their focus. They're trying to lead with an experience or with something that will impress them. And because of that, you actually get this, what I call good girl attraction, where a woman really isn't going to show you her true self, because she's immediately placing you in the husband box, because all you're doing is showing her how much you can provide for her and the experience that comes alongside with that. Nothing about it is sexual whatsoever. Everything about it is in fact platonic. So that's what I call the provider frame. However, what we need to do is have the sexual frame, meaning that we stimulate more of a passionate desire. So when you're out on a date, you are hugging her, you're breaking the touch pair, you are teasing, you are flirting, you are showing her that this is in fact a romantic interaction, not a platonic one. Even when you set up the date in itself, I recommend that you don't spend more than $100. You wanna go to a lounge, a bar, something very simple, even maybe fast casual food, just so you can kind of gauge one another first and make sure that she likes you for you. What you have to realize is that the resource-oriented focus is earned over time. That doesn't happen on the first date. Maybe the third date, you can start showing more resources and better experience when she actually proven that she likes you. But until that, sex always comes first. Even if you don't want to have sex with the woman, you should at least try to kiss her. At least showcase that you are within that sexual frame, because that's going to drive the intimacy. The best and ideal sort of man a woman can conceptualize is going to be the guy who sort of hits both at the same time. But that doesn't happen until, once again, minimum the third or even fourth date. Now, once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one to fix your online dating profiles, to learn how to actually attract that woman through the use of social media, learn my texting strategy, and learn the proper dating funnel setup, I'm gonna leave a link down below. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one.